Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gossip Girl's Diary. And your host today is Paola Soto. And this is going to be my first podcast ever, guys. So I hope you like it. And we're going to be talking about the most embarrassing things that happened to you when you were in elemental, middle, or high school. And yeah, it's gonna be like the most weird things, and it doesn't have to be exactly in school that happened. It could be in your house or anywhere the embarrassing thing happened. So the first thing, guys, we're going to be talking about is the elemental level. So I was running because my physical teacher told me that I had to make 3 runs and then I could go to drink water and leave class and leave for home. So I did what he said, and was this time that it was like very windy, and I closed my eyes because like dust was getting into my eyes, and I closed my eyes, but I kept running. And you know what happened next? Bam! I was on the floor, everybody was looking at me and laughing. And I have a scar for life. It's right on my leg. After that happened, I had another but super, super bad thing that happened to me. And it was that I literally peed on myself. Like, I was so stressed. It was in first grade, and I was so stressed because I didn't know if I got an A or not, and the stress was so much that I pee on myself, like seriously pee on myself. And oh my god, that's something that I will never forget. Another thing that happened in elemental school was super embarrassing, but at the same time a little uh, a little cheesy. So we were doing a game that it was called, I don't know what the freaking name was, but it was a game that like a lot of people was in a room, like girls and boys in the same room, and we turned off the lights and we were going to touch, like literally touch like each other's body, but not interacting like in a sexual way, like interacting to know who the person is, but it was just going to be like if you touch the person's face and you think it's the person you said you were going to look for after you turn off the lights, you want like something from that person or something like that. So the most weird thing happened, and they said like you didn't find the person you were supposed to find. We dare you to pull your bra off. And I was like, holy shit, what the heck am I, what in the hell I got myself into? I was in a deep shit, like seriously, guys, and I'm so sorry for the curse words, but it's something. So I remember that after I took my bra off, they said that they wouldn't turn on the lights, and they did, and my crush saw my super mini boobs because I was just like 10 or 11 years old. And oh my god, that was so embarrassing. And I was like so saint in that time that I ran to my father and I was like, oh my god, I have to confess something. And I felt like I was in a Catholic church, and I was like confessing to the to the father. And oh my god, that was so embarrassing. I was like, oh my god, dad, I did this and I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I feel so ashamed. And he thought like, oh my god, I just thought that you lost your virginity or something like that. And I was like, okay, dad, I'm just 11 years old. Why do you think so low of me? Like seriously. So moving on from that, I'm gonna talk about right now from the next level, and that level is when I was in middle school. So when I was in middle school, a lot of weird things happened. Like I was growing up and I was starting to get my butt, and I was like getting bigger in all sense of the word, and my Justin Bieber obsession like overcame me. Like Justin became me. Like it was just like, I don't know, seriously, I was just so freaking obsessed that right now I'm so ashamed of the things I did in that time. And I remember my mom telling me, I tell you, stop doing that, because when years come later, much later, you're going to regret this. You're going to be joking about yourself. And yeah, I told her, like always, like we, the teenagers, always tell our mothers when they say something's gonna happen. Yeah, that's not going to happen. And a few years later, right now, I'm joking about myself. I'm joking about my old self. And it's so depressing. Like right now, I don't know why the heck I did all those things. Like, it's cool to love someone and admire someone and follow someone, but not like into the point to be like breathing 24/7, doing everything about him and not having a life at all. I literally like lost like 3 or 2.5 years of my life spending time in someone that never even saw me or anything like that. Although when I was in 10th grade, like I was starting my high school year, because where I live, your high school year starts at 10th grade. And oh my god, it was the most amazing thing that happened to me, because after all those years, I finally got not to meet him, but I was in my car and I was waiting because the traffic was so bad, and someone was at a window, like it was behind the place where he gave a performance, and I just say hi. Like I was looking at the window, and somebody stood there like for like literally 3 minutes, and I was like, who the heck is that person that is like watching all over the crowd of the believers? And I was like, okay. And I sat at the border of the car's door, and I waved my hand. And like I look a couple of seconds, the person that was standing there waved at me, and then I was like, Mom, is that Justin? Like literally Justin Bieber is like standing right there looking at us, but we don't even know it. And when I said the word Justin, a girl right next to me that heard that I said Justin, that if the person that was standing there was Justin, said it to the another one that was in front, and then the other one said to the other one, and then the crowd went crazy and everybody started screaming, and the person that was standing there turned on and salute all the girls and turn off the lights and run away. And I was like, Mom, holy fucking shit, I just waved Justin Bieber and Justin Bieber waved at me. Like seriously, like he was just a couple of oh my god, a couple of meters away from me. Like seriously, oh my god. And that was like the best day of my life, and the performance was pretty awesome, although I was very far away. But I made my dream come true, that it was going to his concert and living like a really good performance from him. And I was just all the show crying and laughing. And moving on from my obsessed and fangirling version of myself, I'm gonna talk about a lot of embarrassments that I had. One of my most embarrassed moments when I was in middle school was that I was in the classroom and I ate something that made me sick. So like every person that gets sick and something makes their stomach sick, you have to let a gas out or take a shit. Like seriously, like you have to go to the bathroom, like it's an emergency, or you're going to die, or somebody's going to die from the freaking smell. So I was like, teacher, I really need to go to the bathroom. And she was like, Paola, I'm teaching something very important for the class right now, just stay there, and when you finish I will let you go to the bathroom. And I was like, well, do you want me to shit on myself? Like seriously, I was looking at her like literally trying to tell her that, but everybody was looking at me. And I was like, okay. And I was like moving my hands like very nervously. I was starting to get sweaty, and okay, I just said, oh fuck it, and I let my gas out. Like seriously, I prefer losing a friend than losing a freaking part of my body. Like seriously. And everybody started laughing. I was like, well, if you don't let a gas out, like you never or ever in your life did that, you are not human. So stop saying bullshit, because everybody goes to the bathroom, everybody has to shower, everybody has to take a shit, everybody has to do a lot of normal things a human being does. So stop being so dramatic over something like that. And that was like embarrassing for me. So that's my epic embarrassing moment of middle school. And my high school epic embarrassing moment was I was sitting at my class, and I'm a senior, so I was taking history class, but with the freshman students because I had to take that class because I didn't take it. So a boy called Victor, that he right now is a classmate of mine. He studies with me in the same group, and he's like my friend right now. Like, we are colleagues and all that, and we help each other out with our assignments and all that. But in that time, he was like super a jerk. Like, seriously, he was a super jerk, like a stupid guy, like, seriously. And he came to me and he was going like to greet me, and I put my hand up and he brushed his hair, and everybody started laughing at me. Like, I'm a senior and every freshman student was laughing at my face, and I felt so embarrassed, and I felt like so low, and I was like, I'm going to kill you, and I ran after him. But I couldn't run anymore, so I stopped like gasping for air, and I just let him get away with it. And right now we are like thoroughly friends, so I've moved on from that. And I have a lot of embarrassing things. Somebody told me something embarrassing that happened to me. Like, I was in the movies. I was watching a movie with my friend, and I saw this guy that I studied with him in middle school, and I studied with him in my first year of high school. So the freaking guy, I told him, oh my god, it has passed a lot of time since we saw each other, so can we take a picture together? And he looked at me like, if like, bitch, what? And I was like, do you remember me, right? Like, and I was like, hello, I studied with you like 2 years. How the heck you're not going to remember me? And he was like, I don't take pictures with strangers. And I was like, bam, I won't ever in my life ask someone that I know to take a picture with me if I haven't seen them like at least for 3 weeks. Like, seriously, not even a month. Because that's so embarrassing, like in front of every single person that was in the movies, right there in front of the theater. That's so embarrassing. Like, I was like, in my mind, I said, if I could kill you right now with my eyes, you'll be so freaking dead and in hell. Like, seriously, you'll be right buried in this freaking floor right now. Like, seriously, I would have smashed your freaking head on the floor. And that are all my most embarrassing things, like the things that I remember. And I really hope you guys like this podcast. I'm really sorry about the audio quality, and if you enjoy it, please subscribe so you can keep on track on more new audios. And there's gonna be audios with my friend Crystal, and more audios about things just girls do. So keep on track on Gossip Girls Diary. Thank you guys. This is your host Paola Soto. I'll see you next week.